Hey guys, just wanted to share my experience with a broken garage door spring. Here's what happened in my experience. Okay, the garage door, you can maybe see, just went up about a foot and stopped. So I discovered the problem was a broken spring. You can see right here, this right-hand spring is broken. The other one's still intact. I think that's the most common thing, that one spring will break. And these springs assist in opening the door. So what I discovered is you can actually assist the door by hand. Pretty simple way to get your door open if it's stuck because of a broken spring. What I do is just start the door going, and then I assist it pulling up on the bottom of the door. Using your legs, not your back. Same thing, lowering the door, just give it an assist as it comes down. Watch your fingers on the bottom. And there you go. So first step, unplug the garage door opener. Next step is going to be to release the arm. You can also remove the arm completely, pulling this pin. After it's released, pull the pin, and you can slide this all the way back, get it out of the way. So next we're going to take our turning bars. I'm going to insert into the lowermost cone, and we're going to have to increase tension enough to get to the next cone, and then this cone can rest against the door and take the tension of the spring. So now all the tension is on this bar, so the tension is off of the torsion bar onto this turning bar. Now we can loosen the lock nuts. Wow, that one was already loose. Okay, lock nuts are loose. Nothing happened. Everything's good. This is our critical piece right here that we need to watch out for and stay away from, because there's a lot of tension on this bar onto the door. Next up is keeping your head clear of everything. I'm putting this bar in. Now I'm transferring all the tension onto the upper bar. Pull the lower bar out. Let that one all the way down. Really critical to make sure these turning bars are all the way into the cone. You don't want anything slipping while it's under tension. So same thing, push up. Pull the bottom bar out. Lower this down to the door. Here I'm setting the turning bar into the cone and making a Sharpie mark. That way you'll know each time that it's fully seated. Repeat this about, should be 28 turns, quarter turns. One thing to note is when this tension decreases, the bars are not going to hold themselves in the cones, so always keep your hand on there or the bar will fall out. right, tension is off. You can see the bar spins, the torsion bar spins freely, independent of the spring. Next we can disconnect the bolts on the center bracket. Alright, disconnecting the bolts on the center bracket. In this case, I don't need a backup wrench. It's coming off just with one wrench. It's a 9/16. Easier to get the bottom one out first. Okay, now we're released, and you can see there's a little bearing in the middle. It just sits on one side of this bracket, and something you might want to replace while you're doing this job. Mine seems to be fine. Marking where these set bolts are on both sides. Here you can see the way the cable is supposed to be routed, starting out in this groove and wrapping off the back side. Alright, so I've already loosened these lock nuts. Now the pulley is free, and you can work the bar free after both pulleys are disconnected or loosened, and then gradually, carefully slide this out, holding the bar up, pull the pulley off. You can see the cable popped out. And we can slide our spring off. Slide that back in. All right, we're gonna do the same on the other side. This time we're gonna pull this cable out first. Just a little notch that it goes in. Get that out of the way. Slide the bar back. Pulley off. Slide the spring off. In. Okay, here you can see the new springs, and these ones have all the markings on them. The 218 is your wire size, 2-inch inside diameter, 25-inch length, right hand wound, left hand wound. And the thing to remember is it's reversed looking at the door, so the right hand wound spring goes on your left side facing the door. Left hand wound spring goes on your right, goes on your right side facing the door. Okay, we're going to reset the cable. Make sure if you have this little slidey thing here, make sure that's up against, make sure that's right to the end. You're going to stick it in the slot. Make sure that's seated and get this into the groove. Now you can see here, you can see the indents are pretty significant, the indents from these set bolts. We want to match those. So we're going to put this right back to our marks. You can see our marks there. Our cable's tight, free and clear. Let's see if we can get those right back in those notches. You can kind of feel it if it's setting into that notch. We take our 3/8. Good and tight on those. Okay, make sure the cable's in that groove right here. And pulling it toward you, you tension that cable, and you can see gravity wants it to loosen. So you take your vice grips, hold tension on the torsion bar, clamp that. This is going to go up against the ceiling. In some cases you may be up against the wall, but it's basically bracing that torsion bar from turning away from you. There, we got some good tension on that cable. And the vice grip's holding it. Okay, same on this side. We got this little bushing here. Make sure that's up against. Route your cable. In the notch. Give it a wrap. Make sure everything's free and clear. And there's our mark. Hopefully we can catch that notch. All right, we got both pulleys on and cables. I couldn't quite match the tension. I got them back in the same grooves they were in, and on my right side cable tension is a little tighter than my left side, but we're just gonna go with it because I want to keep those lock bolts in their grooves. Okay, we're going to lubricate the bearing just a little bit while we're here. You can see that bearing just seats in that spring. Bring these together. Gonna get that bottom bolt first. Top. I guess I should have marked this to see where that needs to be, but we'll just line that up as best we can. Okay, we're tight on the center bracket. We're ready for tension. All right, now we're ready to start tensioning. So to get the first bar, that first bar in like that, we're going to call that the starting point. From here, this door, it's a 7 by 16 foot door. It comes out to 28 quarter turns. So just count your quarter turns. Start cranking very carefully. Okay, I'm at 28 and I'm tightening our lock nuts. Really tight on these guys. All right, getting ready to wind the other side. So these are going to wind in the same direction. You're going up toward the ceiling. As you wind, put in our first bar. That's our starting point. That's number one. That's one turn. Two turns. I've been told you need to whack this a couple times to slide that spring out a little bit. I don't think that really does much. It moved maybe 2 millimeters. Tighten the set screws. All right, next you're gonna just try opening the door by hand. Should lift easily. Should stay up on its own, which it does. All right, final thing I'm gonna do is slide this bracket back. Alright guys, hope you found this helpful. You can definitely save some money doing this yourself as long as you do it safely. I'll leave the parts and tools I used in the description. Feel free to leave any comments, and thanks for watching. Have a good one.